Hey, Barrett Wilson here. Today I want to show you some really beautiful sounding open chords. Major open chords to be exact. Now, in case you're wondering what an open chord is, it's any chord that includes open strings. So this chord doesn't count because all the strings and notes are being fretted. There's no open strings. Now, there's many benefits of open chords, but on acoustic guitar, they really shine. They're great for adding depth, and they tend to be more resonant because of the open strings. And you can get some really interesting shimmery chords that convey a lot of color. Okay, so let's go through 5 shapes that I love and use quite often. They may seem a bit difficult at first, but with practice, you can definitely get there. Make sure and stick around for the last shape and see how we can use it with standard tuning and also a quick alternate tuning as well. Okay, let's get into our first shape. Our first chord is a great way to play a thick and lush C chord. Now, more specifically, it's going to be a C major 7 over G. Sounds like this. Here's what we're gonna do. Start with a regular C shape, one that you're familiar with like this, using ring, middle, and index. Now I want you to take your ring finger, move it to a different bass note. We're gonna go from a C bass note to a G bass note. So ring finger goes 1 string over to low E. Okay, now we're gonna add our pinky to where that root note C was, where our ring finger was. Okay, and then our index finger, we're gonna take it off the fretboard, remove it just like that, and we get the chord. We can strum all 6 strings here. Now here's what makes up this chord. We have a 5th, that's a G. Then we have the root, that's a C. We have the 3rd, that's an E. Then we have another 5th, that's a G. Then we have the major 7, it's that open B. And then we have the 3rd again, another E. And we've got those open strings on G, B, and high E. Major 7 chords are pretty common when used as a 1 chord or a 4 chord within a common progression. So let's hear this chord with some slow strumming. Okay, now real quick, to find more in-depth lessons on not only music theory, but complete beginner to advanced guitar learning, click the link in the description below for a free ultimate beginner guide that includes an essential chord chart, a practice plan, a walkthrough of some beginner pitfalls to avoid, plus a whole lot more. And now, back to the lesson. Okay, next, for our second chord, we're moving along to an A add 9 that's rooted on the A string. It sounds like this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our index finger to the 2nd fret of the D string. You can also put your middle finger to the 2nd fret of B. And then reach your pinky finger over to the 4th fret of the G string. It's a little bit of a stretch. You may have to pivot your hand over a little bit. We're gonna grab that 4th fret and we can strum 5 strings down from the A string. Okay, with this chord, we get a root, we get a 5th, we get a 9, which sounds really cool in and of itself, and then we get the major 3rd. And hearing that 3rd with the 9 right next to each other, it's a great sound. And then on top, we have another 5th. As far as open strings, we have an open A, and then we get that open high E. It sounds really nice. This chord also sounds really good finger picked. Okay, next up is a G major 7. I love this shape. It's very simple. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, for this one, we want to start with our middle finger on 3rd fret of the low E string. Take your index finger to the 2nd fret of the high E string And that's it, just those 2 fingers. When we play this, we want to make sure and mute the A string with the pad of that middle finger. So start with it arched, and then make sure it kind of falls down just a bit, just enough so it mutes that A string. And while it's muted, we can strum all 6 strings. Okay, so we have our root here. We have a 5th there on the D string. We have another root, another G, another 3rd, which is B, and then that major 7 interval, F sharp, on top. We got 3 open strings here, D, G, and B. And this one sounds really great strummed. Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, why not give it a like? You can also subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the cool instructional things that we're putting out. Now back to the lesson. Okay, our 4th chord here is in the F major world. We're playing an F major 7 sharp 11, just like this. Beautiful chord here. You can start with a full F bar shape, which is a quite difficult shape. It takes a lot of pressure to hold down this one. Now, from here, what you can do is remove the bar on the B and high E strings. So if you have that index finger clamped down, just raise it up and let those strings ring out. And this is all you have to do for this one. All 6 strings we can strum. Okay, we get a root, we get a 5th, we get another root, we get that major 3rd, and then that sharp 11, which is a sharp 4, right next to it, and then a major 7 on top. We got B and high E as our open strings here. Great chord. This sounds really good in a lot of different progressions. Sounds really nice with C and E minor chords. That's just one example. Our last chord here includes low notes and high notes and is really great for solo guitar playing. It's a D add 9, sounds like this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our middle finger to the 11th fret of the G string, index finger to the 10th fret of the B string. And our open strings, open D and open high E. And then when we play all 4 strings, D string down, this really cool kind of shimmering chord. Now, for a variation on this, you can take your pinky to the 12th fret of high E. It's the same note that we have here, we're just raising it an octave. Okay, so our open D, that's gonna be our root. Here is our major 3rd. Here's our 5th. And then the open high E is a 9. It's also a 9 if we take it up an octave. Now this is a fun type of shape to play along with other similar shapes. For example, the 2 fretted notes here, this is just an interval of a 3rd, and we can move this around the key along with these open strings. Okay, now a really cool thing you can also do with this shape is play it in drop D. So I'm gonna take my low E, down, and when you fret this shape, you can now strum all 6 strings. It's really nice. Move those 3rds around. And there we are. I hope these 5 shapes become go-to chords that you can apply to your own playing in some way, or maybe even inspire you to search for some open chord shapes of your own. There's a whole lot of them. Okay, happy playing, and be sure to enter your email for a free beginner guitar guide linked in the description, or you can find it on the next screen. See you next time.